Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. It's time for dinner and it's time to make something that I love that I haven't cooked for a long time. And this is a different variation on this. It's called chili con carne. Very easy. This is what we need. It should serve 4. So let me talk you through all of this. So apart from all our ingredients, we are also going to need a saucepan, or you can use a wok or a deep frying pan, and a stirring stick. And then you will also need 1 diced onion, 2 crushed cloves of garlic, half a kilo of beef mince. Try not to go for the premium mince. Go for something with a little bit of fat in it because it will stop it from drying out. A jar of tomato and chili sauce. I was just in Aldi. This is a pasta sauce, but in amongst all that, it tells you it's got chili in it, so that was a good win. A 400-gram can of red kidney beans. Drain them and wash them. So just pop them in a colander and rinse them. You'll see all the gunky stuff coming off them. You want them clean. 3 teaspoons of ground cumin. That's this one here. 3 teaspoons of ground coriander. That is there. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. That has been in the freezer, so I've just got it in hot water softening up. There's a little bit more than 2 tablespoons in there. So what I do is if I buy it in a tub and I don't use all of it, I actually put it in the freezer with a bit of cling wrap on it. But I'm just going to use all of that because no point in putting whatever's left back in. And final ingredient is a cup of beef stock. I just made that one up today with a cup of water and some beef stock powder. I've had that one for quite a while. Alrighty, now that you know what we're doing, this is a really easy, basically a 1-pan dinner. And I'm going to serve mine up with some hamburger buns that I had left over from the other day. So when I used to have this for a dinner, I always used to just have it as it is. But you can serve it with some rice, or it does go really good on toast as well. So first of all, spray your saucepan or frying pan, whatever you're using, and add a splash of olive oil. We're going to fry up the onion and the garlic. So let's get into it. Okay, so crank the heat up to high. In goes the onion. And in goes the garlic. All right. So we want to cook this. We don't want it like super crispy or anything, but we don't want it raw. So give it a few minutes and just stir it occasionally. Okay, so I've given it a bit more of a swirl. So let's get ready to put our other stuff in. We'll start with our jar of pasta sauce. I'm going to turn it down a little bit as well. I'll put it on 2, which is about a third of the way. Now, don't stress with whatever's left in there because we're going to deglaze it with our stock. So, in go our kidney beans. Our mince is going in next. Break your mince up. Just get your... This is why I like this one because it's a bit of a spatula as well. Stir it. Okay. So all we we've got left to put in now is our stock, our spices, our cumin and coriander. Can't tell which one's which. That was the cumin. This one's the coriander. I can tell them by the smell. Cumin's got a stronger smell. Okay, so all we've got left to go in now is our tomato paste. Which, as I said, doesn't matter if it's frozen. So if you get one of these, because obviously it's cheaper to buy them in the tub than, I think it's Lego's brand. They do them in like a squeezy sachet, which is 2 tablespoons. Whatever you don't use of this, you can put in the freezer. Just pop some cling wrap over the top. Or another way you can do it is actually freeze it in 1 tablespoon lots. And then that way you just grab 2 of them out. So if you want to do it in bulk even, you can buy a jar of it. You'll get a lot more out of it. It will work out a lot cheaper. Basically, it depends on how often you use tomato paste. Like, I don't use it that often, so for me it's not worth it. Alright, so I'm just putting this in here. I will put the lid on and give it a shake, and this will deglaze the jar while adding the stock. Okay, we are going to simmer this for 20 minutes, and I'll see you then. Actually gave you guys a bum steer. Put your beef mince in when you put your garlic and onion in. So it's not going to matter that much. And mine will be like making meatballs. But yeah, so brown it off first and then do this. But it doesn't really matter how you do it at the end of the day. If I was doing this in a slow cooker, which I can't remember if I ever have done it in the slow cooker, I would put everything all in at once. But if you did this in a slow cooker, you'd need to probably put a bit more water in it, because you've got to make sure it doesn't dry out, basically. So yeah, it looks fine. Mine looks like bolognese sauce, but I don't care. It's going to be great with the hamburger buns. I will see you in 20 minutes. So I gave it a little bit longer than 20 minutes, mainly because I was washing up. It's looking good. It smells good. So we're ready to dish up. So as I said, dish it up with rice if you want rice with it, bread rolls or toast if that's the way you want it, or serve it up on corn chips and have it like nachos. Whatever you fancy, the choice is yours. That has been Cooking with Violet Vixen, chili con carne. Please enjoy and hit subscribe, because you never know when I'm going to drop another episode. Bye!